AT, for crying out
I got
loud.
rid of it.
We're professionals, man. Welcome, everyone, to the fourth quarter of the worst football game ever played. Now, luckily, KT, Dak is the best in the fourth quarter. And so they're about to score 21 points and win the game.
All those clutch stats we've been talking about, Jeff.
Here they come.
Game changer in that discussion right now.
Yeah, you know what happened this week, KT? You ready for the bad news?
Mm-hmm.
They pretty much won the NFC East last week, and they're playing like they know it.
Yeah.
They just kind of showed up for this one.
Let me play devil's advocate here, Jeff.
Okay, I dare you.
The Washington game that's happening right now,
they're losing.
But it's 10-6.
Yeah.
So that ain't over.
Nope.
And who knows what's going to happen tonight? Nick Foles.
Yep.
4th and 1, though, for the Cowboys. Got the ball, and oh, my God.
And Darius Leonard broke it up. He's been awesome this year. Congrats. He was going to be ours, except he got picked in the 30s, and we wanted to pick him later in the round. And
I really don't know what to think, though, because I want to be like, I think part of me wants to be pissed, but I think I'm also like, well, they dominated the entire first half again. It's just such a weird thing. I just don't know, man.
Well, you know, they couldn't block. The quarterback didn't play well. The receivers didn't really do much. That Derrick Henry touchdown, however, is huge for my fantasy game against Sean Sharif in the 105.3 The Fan League. That's going to put Henry up to about 27 points. So that's outstanding. Oh, yeah, the Cowboys. Yeah, the bad news is that they couldn't really cover, and they couldn't really rush the passer, and they couldn't really tackle or throw the ball or not commit penalties or block. So that kind of made it tough.
Like, how different does it look if it's if Olawale catches that? You know what I'm saying?
Don't get the field goal blocked, and maybe you get those points. You get an Olawale touchdown. Maybe you're up 10-3 or 10-0 or 10-7. Yeah, it'd look different. It looked different. But they pooped the bed today. They pooped it. They did.
No, I agree.
I like that Olawale. So they say he's a good catching fullback. That's what they say. But a ball was thrown 4 miles an hour to him, and he did this, and the ball just barely touched the outside of it. Like it's not like a drop, because a drop would be like, oh, I dropped it. But his was, I didn't know how to put my hands around the ball, and I missed the ball. And it was
he did have some weird depth perception issues.
Which one is it? Is that nearsighted or farsighted? Because he's probably one of them.
Yeah, no, he definitely is. Like, we're going to have to get him LASIK or something going forward, because, you know, that it wasn't like a perfect pass from Dak on that play, and he had a tight end open as well. I mean, that was creative, but here's the thing. Okay, didn't work. Next play, 4th and 1. And, of course, we're going to go crowd up the box and run right into 90 people.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Mash it into as many people as you can find and see what happens. It's a great plan. All right. My guy Micah, he asked me earlier if he could turn off the game and play Fortnite. And I said, no, I would rather you download the FanCred app and we can all complain together. He said, I downloaded it. Let's complain.
All right. Here we go then, Micah. Let's see what this flag is first. Okay, we've got a penalty on the Cowboys. That's good.
Of course we do.
20-0 with 13:30 left.
David Manuel says, I'm at a loss for words. Nicholas says, I think this falls on Dak. I don't think this is a game to blame Garrett. And David, again, our whole team has fallen apart today. That's the accurate thing. You can blame whoever you want. You'll be right. Blame whoever you want. Can't tackle, can't cover, can't rush the passer, can't play out.
Not worry about it. I mean, like, here's an opportunity to let Zeke rest. Zach Martin didn't play. Hell, do we need to get Cooper Rush some reps? I mean, what are we doing?
Oh, this quarterback has work to do. Now, the Bears just scored on the Packers, so I'm going to give you a special sneak peek of Texas Rangers play-by-play guy and pre- and post-game host and Packer fan Jared Sandler, who's on the couch. Chicago just scored. I don't know how much he likes it. Just being honest. And there's his North Texas beanie.
Yep.
So that's your random update of other games. That's what we're going to do, KT. We're going to go around the NFL all the time on Red Zone.
That's good considering that you're in a living room watching the Red Zone channel.
Yeah, and you're in my guest bedroom sitting on a sleeper sofa.
Hey,
our computers didn't like being next to each other. They went, so we had to kick KT out. 8-yard run by the Colts as the defense is just not choosing to stand up and do anything here. Very unfortunate.
Yeah. It's again, this is a thing where I'm choosing not to take it seriously, Jeff.
Oh, KT.
Yep.
You gotta get some anger in you.
Nah. 8-6. Everything's fine. Gotta get Zach Martin healthy. Go beat the Bucs next week. So let me ask you this, and maybe I'm putting you, maybe I'm throwing you under the bus here.
Throw me under the bus. I love it there.
If we lose and the Eagles and Redskins both lose, it's over, right?
Yeah, it's still over. Cowboys win the NFC East. Like that's why I think this happened, and I should have seen it coming. I think what happened was they knew that they got 3 games left. If they win one of them, they're in the playoffs, and they probably don't even need to win one of them. So it's like, yeah, we're the greatest team in the NFL. We're on a 5-game win streak. We're awesome. We're going to show up, which means we're going to win. Well, it don't work that way. And by the way, the Colts aren't bad, and the Colts can block these days. So you're getting your butt kicked.
Oh, Tina, no, don't say that. Tina says, please, dear God, don't let us go to the playoffs.
Oh, no, Tina, no. Like the playoffs, they'll show up and be like, hey, guys, we have a football game today, and it matters. I think it's a weird deal because I don't want to say like they showed up like I don't care because they show up and care, but there's a different level to the Colts. They're 7-6. They're at home. The season's on the line, and they're coming out there to murder you. They're coming out to snatch your soul. Their entire season is in the balance. And the Cowboys went out there like, man, we're really good, and this will be cool to win, but we're already in the playoffs. We're going to be the 4 seed, and that's cool too. And like, there's a different mentality that comes with I have to kill you or my season's over. And all right, guys, let's go get them. It's just a little different.
It's a lot different. So I predicted that the Cowboys would lose, but I thought the game would be close. But honestly, the way they played in the first half, in terms of like how they want to keep the ball and time of possession, those were all positives. You just didn't get the points on the board again, which is a continuous problem. But like it's a thing where I just have a hard time going, oh God, the world's ending. No, I mean we're probably going to end up winning the division today. We won't know till tonight, obviously. By the way, you can hear that game on 105.3 The Fan, the Eagles and Rams. But like Dak didn't play good. Zeke was great. I don't want Zeke getting hurt, obviously. Zach Martin not playing. I think you do have to factor that in.
Got hurt. You've got in guys. I don't even know Redmond's first name. Is it Adam? We got in
Adam
dudes.
or Will or something. Yeah.
No, Will I think was a different guy. I don't know.
Maybe. The cornerback from Mississippi State.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you get this together and just go beat the Bucs next week, then we're good.
Yeah, next week if the Cowboys score 0 points, I'll be really upset because Tampa Bay has a horrendous defense, and this is going to be your wake-up call. So next week you're going to go out there and say, okay, what are we doing here? Are we pro football players or are we just hanging out? What's our deal? And the Cowboys are going to get a pick, but there's a flag as Xavier Woods is looking to return it to about the 20. But there's a flag down, which means it's probably on the Cowboys, and it'll be a first down.
Way too many flags in this game again. The NFL's got a ref problem. My God.
Players had a cheating problem. They got called when they cheated.
Yeah, but they call it too much.
Okay.
It's 20-0. If you're the ref, aren't you like not throwing flags so you can get out of there?
A little holding. Jeff Heath did a little holding there. I don't understand that call. Jeff Heath has never held. He's never cheated, and he never would. I'd throw the challenge flag, and they'd be like, what are you challenging? And I'd be like, Jeff Heath doesn't hold. And they'd be like, you can't challenge that. And I'd be like, I don't give a damn. I just want you to know.
Well, on the replay they're showing there, you can't see the hold, so I don't know. I don't know, man. It's been a bad day, right? Bad day at the office.
It's not been a good day at the office for the Cowboys. We're going to need your comments to carry us today, guys. That's what we're going to need. I'm not worried about this, but dang, thought we might put up a fight. Drew just needs T.Y. Hilton to not catch another pass. I salute you and your fantasy teams. Everybody, let me know how your fantasy games are going today. They've had to have 100% intensity the last few weeks to win from Nick. I agree. Seems like it's catching up to them. Refs are just terrible all around today from Nick. Didn't play like their backs against the wall. They haven't won bleep yet. This is David, and they're acting as if they've won something. Can't play like this and expect to win anything. We're way better than this and need to realize that.
Well, yeah, and I think that's a good point because
for crying out loud, Rangers pre- and post-game show host Jared Sandler just said this game's meaningless, so he's not worried about it.
They went into the division. Who cares? KT, I told you this week they were going to lose on the podcast.
Oh, no. Check out that podcast, by the way.
Yeah, Star Chat. Go to 1053thefan.com, or you can follow at Jared Sandler or at KT Fun Tweets or at JC1053.
But a big day. Jared got that Jared Sandler Twitter handle back.
I don't think today is a sign of what this team is, though. I don't look at the season like that. Like, I don't look at
desperate team theory. There was a desperate team playing, and it wasn't the Cowboys. That's
yeah. I just don't think this is the team that this is not who they really are, you know? At least I don't think so. But on any given day.
I don't know. I didn't watch that play. I didn't care because it's over. Says the intensity of the 5-game win streak's taking a toll. They're tired. Zeke's tired. He's always tired. Tina. Oh, yeah. That was funny. Thank you. And David said, if this doesn't wake up the Cowboys, nothing will. This will wake them up if well, I mean, it depends. It might wake them up. The Cowboys might beat the Packers. And pretty much the Redskins might lose, and the Cowboys will be staring at the last 2 weeks of the year like, hey, guys, nothing matters. So that's stay healthy. So maybe not.
No, you're right. That could lock you out of the 4. I mean, lock you into the 4. So you can start your early prep for Seattle right now, because that's what it's going to be. Seattle's at a point where they really don't have much to play for, honestly, either. So you have to think they'll be rested and ready to go. But I don't know. The Bears have – I don't know who they have next week. They have the Vikings. I don't think you're going to catch them and be the 3. Skin brought up a great point. And real quick, I want to mention if you want to join us in person and we can see your sweet face, hit the fan line. Just hit the fan line button. You can pop on with us. Yeah. But Skin brought up the idea of like, hey, if you're the 4, and let's say that all the favorites win, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Then you would go to LA, most likely, and he felt like you would have a better chance of beating them than you would going into New Orleans and beating the Saints twice in a year. So he was making an argument that 4 would be better than 3.
Have him call up. I would rather play the harder whoop. I think he would go into that game feeling pretty good.
Minnesota, though, what if Minnesota reels off 3 straight right here and looks tough?
Yeah, but I was just talking about New Orleans versus LA. I'd rather play New Orleans because they already kicked their butt. I don't want to go mess with LA. Let me mess with a team that my team believes we can kick their butt.
Can I get a 55-degree weather cold game in LA? It'd be the Saturday night game, or it'd be the Sunday afternoon, the late game, most likely.
Maybe that'd be nice.
Looking way too far ahead.
Yeah, what are you doing? Doing a weird thing. So the Cowboys were back on the ball. I got a little echo. But the Cowboys are about to have the ball. Don't worry, they're only down 23-0. So this is the time when your offense really turns it on. And, man, they're going to go out there and start shredding them. You ready?
You know, I just think sometimes it's good to go get your ass kicked.
It's a good way to look at it.
I mean, I do. It's the thing, though, where you seriously dominated that whole first quarter and most of the second quarter. Like, I don't know. It's just.
What about the rest? They got their butts.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Mm-hmm. I think the Cowboys have 7 yards of offense.
So that Jaguars-Redskins game, the Jaguars have kicked a field goal, so now 13-6 Jacksonville. So a little bit closer to one half of that equation coming to truth where you could win the NFC East. Josh says the Dallas offense has to get a touchdown on the next drive, or this will carry over to next week. Cooper has 2 catches today, which is completely unacceptable. Josh, I really thanks for the comment, but I'll tell you, that's a thing Cooper does from time to time. Cooper's going to have games where he doesn't have – I mean, I think that first Eagles win, he had 3 catches?
Well, I mean, Eagles' yards aren't – they can only control pocket. You run around, you catch the ball in front of you. That's all you can do. I mean, what do you want him to do? You kind of have to go back and watch him every play and see, was he getting open? Because if he doesn't get the ball, that's not right.
Is there anything to Eberflus just kind of knowing everything about this team?
No. Everybody knows everything about this team. They don't do anything different. Yeah, I mean, what are they going to – what is the team – what secret do you know about the Cowboys?
We're hearing that Washington just scored a touchdown, guys.
Yeah, I saw that happen.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. Hey, there's your Marty Cooper coach. What's up now? Those are all the haters.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh.
12-yard comeback route. I always love so much. Well, curl, not a comeback.
I'm hearing they were actually torturing death row inmates with that Jacksonville Washington game.
Yeah. There's a low throw by Dak that Jarwin couldn't catch. Yeah. Great. Dak Prescott today, KT.
Bad?
Okay.
I mean, you know what? His best throw of the day got called back on a holding by Joe Looney when he hit Beasley over the middle.
Yeah, that was a decent throw. You watch him the throws he makes, you go, man, that'd be fun to have. Ha!
Yeah, go get the number 1 pick then, Jeff. Fine.
Tevin Coleman for like 1 million yards today and like 40 touchdowns. It's not good. I've met Ryan.
He's a good player.
He's a good player. He's a decent player.
5:47 left in that Jacksonville-Washington game, which means just enough time for Cody Kessler to run the clock out.
Yeah, with never getting the ball thrown into the end zone.
6 minutes left in this show. Hey, there's you.
Driving now.
There's you another Cooper catch.
4 yards. FanDuel.
Of course, there's another flag and a holding on us.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Wait, is that? Oh, yeah. Why would you do that, Molly? Why would you even think that that's okay?
She's pissed at the refs.
You know we're screaming. Crying out loud.
Yeah, getting shut out does suck.
Yep.
I do want to say if you'd like to hit the fan line button, you can join us in person. That's the thing.
I dare you to hit the fan line button. You know what? I dare somebody to call in and say something positive. I'm curious to hear about the Cowboys, who are clearly just trying to get out of here and not get hurt.
I think I'm the guy who feels like he could bring some positivity to this situation.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
Well, let's assume that the Cowboys don't end up 8-8 because that would be horrendous, right?
Big Devontae Adams play there, by the way, as the Packers are trying to move this ball.
Can we get Zeke out of the game? Are we good with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that, except that I got him on my lineups.
Like, why even mess with it, right?
Because I think Garrett plays DraftKings. Don't you think?
No, there's not a chance he plays DraftKings. He didn't even watch the rest of the league.
What about Renahan? I think he's on FanDuel.
No, he doesn't watch the rest of the league either.
Oh, dang. Dak dropping back in 3rd and 14, and he's almost sacked and throws the ball on the ground. All right.
Hey, we were having the hypothetical the other day. Do you think Garrett has a bathroom in his office at the Star?
No.
So, I don't know the answer.
we've seen Marinelli's offense, and it didn't have a balcony. I think Garrett probably has to walk out of his office, probably make a left, and he's probably got a bathroom on the right. That's my guess.
Well, oh my God, that's the play on 4th and 14?
Oh, they're
4th
going
and
for
14, and we're running
to Hearns.
A screen to Hearns? That's the call?
Heck yeah, they got like 7 yards when they needed 14. What a great
Good Lord. This was a mail-in game.
Don't you like to get it to the most explosive, with the most quickness kind of guy like Alan Hearns is, running a 4.6 and being 6'3"?
All right. I want every single hot boy off the field.
Well, it's unclear who the hot boys are now. Daniel Ross, I found out, is a hot boy. Molly. Now's not the time. You're getting blown out. No. Holy cow.
I would like for every meaningful player to not play another snap today.
Well, you only got 46 guys, KT. That's the tough part. At least it's not like the Bills had today, where they are now out of running, like literally, don't have any left.
That was pretty great.
Who even ground
that?
Obese dog that needs to sleep.
Under 5 minutes left. Washington, Jacksonville. We'll keep you updated on that.
Poor Nick. He said it's going to ruin his fantasy streak of playing the Dallas defense and always getting positive points. All right. If they accidentally get the ball back, you put in Cooper Rush, right?
This guy, David, says, if the Cowboys get another possession and they put the starters out there, I'm going to lose my blanking mind. Seriously, it's time to go see Cooper Rush, like right now.
Oh, don't worry. The Cowboys are going to get the ball back. Colts are going to run it. Cowboys are going to lay down. I wouldn't use my timeouts on this crap. It's over. Just let it go.
Would you, if you clinched it, would you rest them next week?
Who is them? I would rest Tyron Smith. I would not rush Zach Martin back. That offensive line's destroyed by injury. I would rest them for sure. And then that might make me rest back, which I don't want to do because I think he's good enough to get out of it.
I guess what I'm saying is if you had to play guys, would you play them in week 16 or week 17?
Depends on who.
Because we are kind of locked in at the 4 now, and it's just kind of, well, we actually are likely, if this Redskins game ends up the way that I'm worried that it's going to end up, then you're going to have to go play Tampa Bay next week.
Really? That's what you want, though. After laying this stupid egg, you want your team to have to go play to make the playoffs, not walk in and then take 2 weeks. They're not good enough to take 2 weeks off. This team's not that good. They're just okay.
They're decent.
2 or 3 weeks and then go play a playoff game. That'd be a terrible idea.
I just can't believe Dak wasn't clutch today. I thought he was going to pull a rabbit out of his head.
Well, clutch is when you're within 7, KT. So the clutch gene, it only turns on in a close game. When you're getting shut out, no such thing. TikTok. Oh, no, the Cowboys are losing nuts. Oh, no. You're entering the game. There's 4 minutes left. They're down by 23. I don't like this plan. Let the clock run. KT and I watch the afternoon games. This is silly.
Hey.
Aaron Rodgers over the middle. Oh, not caught and picked off. Eddie Jackson with another pick. And the Bears up 10. Eddie Jackson might have hurt himself, and the Bears have the ball and they're up 10. KT's
so I can promise you now that Rodgers is not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, you owe me $20 too.
Yeah. Good thing I wrote my wallet.
Yeah, you got a 20 in there?
Yeah, oh yeah. That's all I carry. You know me. I just this sucks, getting killed like this, but I also think like I don't know, Jeff. I tried once I talk myself into having some rational answer, I go, no, that was garbage. But the first 2 drives were good. It was just all Zeke.
Yeah. This was the least fun I've ever had watching a football game, I think.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think so.
Ever?
Like I'm not mad or sad about it. It just I haven't had a good time.
That's an interesting point. When you get to the point of I don't really feel anything. What does that mean?
Right. Like we could interview Rangers pre and post game show host Jared Sandler over there about what's happening with the Packers, and I bet you'd get a lot of emotion. I just don't get the negative emotions anymore. But I just go, oh man, that sucked. And then see what's on Red Zone. Like right now, the Ravens up 12 on or up 8 on the Bucks. Lamb trying to go to 4-1 as a starter.
Dude, he's fun. I now want the Ravens for the first time in my life. I want the Ravens to make the playoffs because he's fun to watch.
No. Washington just picked off Cody Kessler with 4 minutes left.
Okay. You know what? I think you've made the best point yet. They need to go prepare and beat up on Tampa Bay. I have no interest in having a week 17 mean anything though. And go to New York in the cold. I have no interest in playing that game.
Well, have you seen New York playing today in the cold?
Not good.
I think they still have 0 points, and Eli's body language is screaming, "I don't want to be here." It's really.
I kind of respect that.
In a Jay Cutler kind of way.
Yeah. Like, hey, they're gonna get rid of me next year, anyways.
I don't know. You didn't see the reports today that he's gonna be the starter next year?
Yeah, that was before he played today.
Oh yeah. Good point.
Hey, look at the run game. Look at them corral. Did we get a fumble there, Jeff?
I hope not. Well, we don't need any hope here.
Give us the ball. Let's go. 24 points in 4 minutes.
Someone is still trying hard. Daniel Ross is really excited. That's great. It's great for him. Really excited for Daniel. Who forced it? Let's see if we can get somebody who's done a positive thing today and say, hey, good job, man.
Cedric asked a good question. He said, we all know the scheme isn't helping Dak. My question is, even if Linehan is canned, will the new coordinator have autonomy over the offense? I think he will.
I think so, too. I think that's the ultimate Jerry Garrett happy place, is that he says, hey, listen, here's the thing. You no longer do pretty much anything except give speeches. And that way my head coach is a guy I want to be my head coach and I like. And I can make people happy with trying to do better on offense. But here's the other thing. And I don't like doing this, KT, because you know I'm a positive guy. I like all the players. All the players are great. Oh, Jeremy Sprinkle touchdown. That's who scored for the Redskins earlier. I don't think the coordinator does a terrible job of trying to help Dak. I think the coordinator and the head coach are doing the very best they can with their quarterback's limitations, and people are pretending those don't exist. That's what I think's happening.
I want to agree, but no, the coordinator did not do a good job when the whole plan was get rid of Dez, and I get there was a money thing there. But like the whole thing was, hey, we don't need a big number one wide receiver. All that.
Well, they tried to sign Sammy Watkins.
That's another issue is that they nearly made that happen. But like, so Dak's mechanics are garbage most of the time. Even in practice, Dak's mechanics are not great. I think the most unfair thing of all time is someone going, well, Kellen Moore, I mean, look, he's tiny. He can't play or he can't coach. He never played. And it's like, well, dude, he could be a good coach. I don't think the way, though, this offense is wired, like they used to have a quarterback coach that sat there and worked with Dak on the little things like mechanics and stuff, that they don't do that anymore. Like, I don't think they do that very much.
I think when you talk to people who know what goes on out there on a daily basis, Linehan is the quarterback coach. Now, I know to a lot of people that's going to be more reason to fire him, but it's an experienced coach working with the quarterback. He spends his time with Linehan. Not like, yeah, Kellen Moore in the meeting room, but on the football field, Linehan's with Dak at all times. That's his coach. And this is going to be our guy Redmond getting destroyed for a Dak sack. Not a lot you're going to get to do with old Redmond in there.
I just don't understand why anyone's in the game right now.
Well, it'll be over soon because it's now like 4th and 11 or 4th and 12. Dak threw a 2-yard pass on 3rd and 14.
This is where they do the screenplay to Hearns.
Oh, yeah, good call. He gained yards last time. Why not do it again, you know? Uh-oh. I'm reading the text of people that are ahead of us, and I don't think this play is going to go well, KT.
Oh, no.
Snap is back. Dak in the pocket. Dak steps forward, throws a rope that is intercepted. Well, that was off a tight end's hands. That was Jarwin. Like, maybe it wasn't catchable. We'll see on the replay, but either way, that's just bad luck that it's a pick.
Jeez. Well,
Cowboys, let's use these other 2 timeouts to really extend this fourth quarter so that we can't go watch other football. Make sure we get the ball back. That's what's needed right now. Aaron
2-minute
Rodgers.
warning at Washington, Jacksonville, 13-13.
Okay, Colts, do we really have to run all the way down the field to take our team picture? Where's the freaking play clock?
The team picture thing's real weird.
I just don't think you have to run 100 yards to do it. We could just run the play clock and then.
You think they'd be tired by now?
No, they haven't had to run far. The Cowboys haven't gained very many yards. Oh wait, this might just be incomplete anyway. Not that it matters. It's a turnover regardless.
Does Seattle make you nervous, Jeff?
Sure they do. They should make you nervous.
That's who it is.
Yeah. Quarterback makes me nervous.
That quarterback is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's really good.
Vikings walking all over the Dolphins, so they're likely going to be your 6th seed, but obviously if Redskins sneak out this win, they would still be alive, technically. I don't think everyone thinks Josh Johnson's going to go run the table, but
is that who's playing now?
Yeah, Josh Johnson.
I could see really thinking he's the best available quarterback if you had an injury. Josh Johnson. He's a really high pick in the 3rd or 4th league that's coming out. I believe it was the San Diego team that chose him.
Yeah.
The first overall pick. The PFRML or whatever. There's a lot of leagues, but one of them, he was a high pick. Oh, the Colts are the youngest roster in the NFL, if you don't count Adam Vinatieri. He's pretty old. Holy, he's not very good anymore.
115 on that Jaguars-Redskins game.
Giants are down 17-0, so they really showed up in the cold and rain.
Redskins are driving too, Jeff.
So the Titans and Colts are both going to be 8-6, chasing the Texans. Molly, I mean, for real.
Yeah, so
it burns calories, so go ahead.
The Redskins kicker is kind of getting loose here with 1:15 left.
Who's getting loose?
The Redskins kicker.
Oh, no. Washington's going to be alive.
They're going to be alive, and we're going to have to go in next week. That's good.
Yeah, that is good. That is good.
But
no, Jacksonville has really fallen that far that they're going to lose to Josh Johnson and them. Yeah, they are, because Peterson just ripped off 7 more yards. Yeah, you didn't like that play?
And Jacksonville has 2 timeouts left. David makes a good point. Why are the starters still in? Explain that logic.
Lawrence is out.
Van Jalen is in.
Yeah.
Tyrone Crawford is in.
Yeah, that's a lot of starters. I mean, you don't have a million players, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the truth is guys got to play. You know, 46 active people, but, I mean, the most important guys, I would like to get them off the field. I think Tyrone Crawford is one of those most important guys.
So maybe. Hey, Jeff, did you like the Social House? I went yesterday, and it wasn't too bad. I did enjoy the Social House. Liked it. Had the ribeye. I didn't know the bar would have a ribeye, but they did have a ribeye. It was pretty good. This is a Thursday night appearance. Social House Arlington. Yeah, no, yeah.
We're probably looking at it under. Well, it's not time for it yet, but as the Colts run for another first down and we get to the 2-minute warning. In this Washington game, it's probably going to be under a 40-yard field goal attempt from Hopkins.
Oh, yeah, I got that queued up for you, buddy. I'm red zoned in here. I know you're
nice.
Stuck in the – but I'm red zoned up. Packers going for it on 4th and 6 right here. And Rodgers is going to get sacked. No, he shakes him off. And, of course, throws a dime to Devontae Adams, who's down to about 31. How about that? Go, Pack, go.
Packers are down 10, right?
Yeah, all they got to do is score, getting an impossible onside kick in today's NFL since you can't have a running start.
Yeah, man, they got to change that. They got to change that onside kick rule because it's made 10-point games not that interesting.
Maybe they shouldn't be that interesting. Maybe you've earned your loss at that point,
Yeah, but the onside kick's a good bit.
It is a good bit. I like it. I think they should just make it more fun. Just make it like 3-on-3 instead of 11-on. What are you doing?
I'm looking at, so I have it on my phone, that Redskins game.
Yeah. First down, Washington. 22 seconds left. They can kick wherever they're ready. It'll be great. Should I have chicken or fajitas once this game goes final? My girl's going to be home soon with her mom. It's her mom's birthday. I got some little flowers and a balloon and a little cake.
When did they land?
They landed about 20.
Josh says this is unacceptable and very concerning. I mean, I really don't know if I'm not.
They won 5 in a row. It's a good football team. They didn't show up today. I mean, if you want to call,
I'm not concerned.
They didn't show up today.
And quite frankly,
the offensive line is destroyed right now.
Quite frankly, can the message just be this? Guys, we know that's not us. Wash it off. Let's go.
Oh, well, that'll be Garrett's message. You know that. They'll walk in and he'll go.
Because that's not. That team, whatever, that's not who they are. You just say, oh, well, they got beat. Yeah, this team's going to lose games. This team's not the 85 Bears. I understand that, but
Colts have been playing football in this league for 13 games this year. 14 times this year they've taken the field as professionals.
We know that's not who we are. It's not who we are. All right, men, wash it off. Go take on Tampa Bay next week. Day by day, stack good days after good days. We got Tampa Bay coming at home.
All right, I got Dustin Hopkins, and I'm sure there are people ahead of me because my PlayStation View is not the fastest thing, but I got Dustin Hopkins lining up here from 36.
Upright bet?
For Washington here. Ready? And snap. Down, up, right down the pipe. No, it's turning left. Nope, it's in there. Yep. 16-13, Washington wins. Dallas hadn't clinched anything.
Well,
it's been clinched.
I mean,
where are all those Josh Johnson haters now? Allen did not beat Duncanville yesterday, Drew. Duncanville took down Allen. It was really unfortunate. Beat him by 9. We came back from 35-21 to get it 35-35, and I think Duncanville scored. Then they got safety. So Duncanville's going to play North Shore for the 6A state title this weekend. Allen will not repeat. Tough break.
Washington goes to Tennessee next Saturday at 3:30. You will get National Redskins action Saturday at 3:30.
Washington will lose that game by 17 points. Marlon Mack went 27 times for 139 yards in this game. That just happened in real life against the Cowboys. They just got run over for 5 yards a carry for a total of $140 to a crappy football player. Well, he's in the NFL, so he's not really crappy, but relatively speaking.
What about Cedric's point here? Cedric said, hey, Dak was bad today, but look, the defense didn't help. Are you more worried about the defense today than the offense?
Yes, and yes, and yes. Quick, name a position.
Defensive line.
Yeah, worried about it. Name another one.
Linebacker.
Yeah, they were bad today. Another one.
Corners.
Man, that wasn't good. Next.
Safeties.
Bad job.
Offensive line.
Which was okay. Bad job. Bad job. Anybody else?
Wide receivers.
Not a good job. Not a good job.
Tight ends.
I could have made some better plays there.
Running back.
He was all right.
Fullback.
He was awful. He needs to not be allowed to play anymore. We traded for that guy.
Quarterback.
Not very good. Not a very good job. So I guess on the grading scale, it would be like, hey, Zeke was okay. That's kind of what I got for you.
I think I'd rather get my ass kicked like that than have some tight game go down the wire and not finish it off. And I say that just because things were going so well for this team. Here's a reality check. We need to go get our stuff together, okay?
KT, you know better than anybody. This happens to you about every 8 weeks. You get a little too cocky in life, and somebody has to punch you right in the face. For you, it's skin. I see him punch you about every other month, right in the mouth, because you get a little too cocky, and that just happened to the Cowboys.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'll say this, Jeff. Well, you have the Bucks and the Giants, two very winnable games.
By the way, it's officially over. The game is over. Cowboys lost, and
23-0.
Yeah,
the Washington football team has the Titans next week, and then the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Eagles have the Rams tonight, which would probably pretty much do them in if they lose. But the Rams have been super vulnerable lately, so I'm not like chalking that up as a loss yet. Next week, Philly will take on Houston. So
they should all lose by then. The Cowboys are going to be able to backpedal in, but hopefully they feel like they need to go earn it next week and actually show up and play football. Because that was embarrassing. I didn't enjoy it. I did not have fun watching football.
They need to do the same thing to Tampa Bay next week, basically. Just go dominate them.
Yeah, go kick their butt a little bit.
Tampa Bay's not a good team, but they're also not like really bad. That offense has targets, and they tend to hang around with some good teams.
They don't score, and they turn the ball over 8 times a game. So Cowboys might let them score 35. That's possible. Oh, the onside kick from Green Bay. Allen Robinson got it. 24-17. Bears win. Oh, fake fight. Bears guy did this move. Almost threw a punch. KT, I don't have any final thoughts today. That wasn't fun.
No, it sucked, man.
You about ready to shut this thing down and come back in the living room and hang out?
Yeah, let me ask a couple questions, though.
Okay.
Cedric said, why is Taco inactive?
Because Taco hurt his shoulder and didn't like the idea of competing to get his playing time. He thought it was supposed to be handed to him, and so he's been pouting a little bit. That's my understanding.
Will Church be signed?
I don't care. Like, if you want to and the guys love him, that's fine. You're not signing him to plug him in and play him. You have one of the best defenses in the league. Don't worry about today. Today was a weird thing. They weren't worried about it.
Patriots Steelers 3:30. Who you got?
Well, I accidentally bet $100 with Gavin Dawson because he yelled at me and he was like, "I bet you won't." So I have Pittsburgh plus 2.5. So I'm hoping Pittsburgh, but I think
desperate team theory. Patriots. Pittsburgh gets the win.
No, they're never desperate. They're a cocky bunch. They just don't. They're weird.
All right. Well, that sucks, man.
All right, KT. All right, Cowboy Nation. Shout out to you guys for dealing with this stuff.
Hey, we're going to get the dub next week for you guys.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be in here for the Tampa Bay one, and it's going to be totally different. It's going to be a freaking celebration. I'm going to make a cake and cupcakes, and I'm going to get balloons, and we're going to kick ass.
That early Christmas present.
Watch other teams play football next, and, try to remember that you have a family and life's okay. And if you don't have any family, there's Tinder and Bumble and stuff, and you can meet guys or girls. You can meet friends. You can do all sorts of stuff. So just have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
Goodbye.